Hey everyone. So, I just want to give you an update. This is not the happiest update that I will give you, but it is definitely just an update. So, roughly around Christmas is I actually had a miscarriage. Now, if I did not even let you know in December that I was pregnant, I probably would not have been making this video, and I would have probably been making other videos instead. However, because I really did not want to make this video, and I did not want to jump over the topic, I just wanted to let you know. So, FYI, this is my third miscarriage, and with the third miscarriage, from what my gynecologist told me, now, I don't know if this is 100% true, so if you want to know more about this, talk to your own gynecologist. So, here's what happened. The night that, actually, the night before I started spotting, I kind of like had an argument with my husband. Nothing huge, but like just something that just got me really, really enraged. And with all the hormones, it just makes you just even more angrier. So, I told my husband just so we could stop arguing because it was like a really long argument. I was just like, listen, I am pregnant, so shut your mouth. And he kind of like got happy and got sad because he was, arguing with me over some trivial shit. And then he was just like, he was cool about things. And then he came home, he had a smile on his face, he gave me a kiss, he was just like, I'm so happy. And then the next day happened where I just started spotting roughly around 2 o'clock. So, I didn't want to bring my daughter to the hospital, so I waited for my mother-in-law to get home. As soon as she got home, I went to the hospital. Now, I didn't tell my husband because he was at work. And the last two times, the last two times, the first time was kind of like a scare, and the first one was kind of a real deal. So I was like, maybe it's just absolutely nothing. So I went to the hospital, and they pretty much did tests. They did the ultrasound, and they did the sonogram, and then I kind of like waited for a while, and they had the doctor come over, which was a woman, and she said that it could be, and I'm sorry, I'm going to pronounce this wrong because I always do, an ectopic pregnancy. And hold on 1 second. And then she decides to say it could be fatal. Okay, now if you don't know what an ectopic pregnancy is, it could be the egg either implanted in your fallopian tube or it implanted actually in the ovary. They said that the ovary looked a little big, but when I kind of told them, what I told them was that I actually had a cyst on my ovary, and at the time I thought that the cyst was making me miscarry, but when I went to my gynecologist, they said that I don't know if it was sometimes, but like they said that when you're pregnant, you get a little cyst on your ovary, which I had no idea. It was crazy. And I asked them, when does it go down? And they said that later on in the development of the baby. I didn't know. They actually told me exactly when, but I was just like, I don't remember. So anyways, so they kind of like said that there was nothing else that they could do. Go home and go to your gynecologist within like 2 to 3 days. So I actually went, and they took my blood. My hormone levels were rising, and then we kind of like, we did the ultrasound. They did everything, and then I'd say it was like, they told me to do pelvic rests every time I started bleeding. She said that, my doctor said that anytime something actually goes up there, I'll get a little bit of blood. Okay. She goes, that's normal. I was like, all right. So anyways, pelvic rest is a nice way of saying just don't have sex. Also, don't strain yourself or whatever. Don't work out your abdominal area. So I had to have people like carry heavy things for me, which is pretty embarrassing for me, but what are you gonna do? So, like, I would say that I was spotting, like, on and off for about, I'm sorry, that's my daughter, for about a week and a half to 2 weeks. And then I went to the hospital again. Well, no, I didn't go to the hospital. I went to the gynecologist. They confirmed that I was having a miscarriage because my levels were going down. So, kind of sucked. But at the same time, I don't know, like, if it could be that the baby wasn't, or the cells were not developing the way they should, then obviously I don't want to have a sick kid or a sick child, to the point where the child cannot live the way they want to live, or whatever. Hold on one sec, my daughter's calling. So that is just what's going on right now. That's I had to deal with it. I really, like, I didn't want to make any other videos without making this video, but I felt like I needed to let you know I could not hop over this, topic. So that's just the way it is. Yesterday, I took, like, this blood test. It was like 18 vials. And it was crazy because, I'm just gonna let you know that, if you take this particular test, because they said one test to me, but it was like a billion vials. Obviously I'm exaggerating, but I saw all these vials that they were just throwing in these baskets, and I was like, can we do some of them later on in the week or something? And she goes, well, we normally do it in the morning because of all these vials and all the paperwork and et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, holy shit, man, like, can you let me regenerate my blood before you make me bleed out? So, she pretty much, she was like, okay, one stick, and that's all there is to it. She actually did it. Normally my veins suck and whatever, but she actually did it. It was amazing to see because normally, like I said, my veins suck. They blow out, etc., etc. She kind of bruised me up, but that's fine. I'd rather have one small bruise than like 5 or 6 bruises. So that's just what's going on, like I said. And I am 2 days away from having my period. Fun times. But fingers crossed that I will not have my period. Fingers crossed that I will have my rainbow baby. Fingers crossed that everything goes smoothly. The only thing that I worry about, and I hope that I will have to worry about when I'm pregnant, is I really just don't want to worry about miscarrying, but I would love to worry about like my vagina messing up. Because that is probably the least of my worries right about now. But hopefully the blood test comes out to... The thing is, I don't want anything to be wrong with me. However, if there is something that the blood test can say is wrong with me, but it's fixable, like very fixable, then I won't mind. I just absolutely will not mind, and then hopefully from there I could just be like, yes, I can have an actual normal pregnancy. That's all I want. That's all I want. I had my daughter. It's funny because like my daughter was not actually a normal pregnancy. I had to have I'm sorry, but I had to have a C-section, and then it was just like one of those things where she was born 2 pounds 8 ounces, and she was also she was born very long, which was funny. But she had to be in the hospital for about a month or so. So I was just not too happy with that. But I mean, I love the fact that my daughter is here and she is beautiful. And I get to take care of her every single day, which I can't do to the 3 pregnancies that I actually lost. So, but things happen for a reason, and I try to stay focused and positive about that. And even though I feel like, why do junkies get pregnant? Why do people that don't want to have babies and abort them get pregnant? Those kind of things just make me, I don't know, like very lost for hope. I don't know how to explain it, but just that's the way I feel. And I'm sorry if I upset the people who actually did have an abortion, or someone who was on drugs and your baby saved your life. But like, that's just my feelings while I'm down in the dumps. So and right now I'm still kind of pulling myself out of the dumps. So if you want to know more about anything that I've talked about in the past, or the things I will talk about in the future, hit that subscribe button. If you actually like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, or hey, if you have any suggestions for me, please leave it in the comment section. Comments are always open, even if it's for trolls. So, cheers to you. Have a nice day, and thanks for watching. Take care.